speak about Candies for everybody. We are going to see later what is the topic about this, or what, how can I choose this topic. Hacking from 9 to 6 is the title of my topic. But before starting, I want to introduce myself. I'm Alberto López. I'm from Spain. As you can see, or as you can notice with my strong accent when I speak English, don't worry. If you don't understand anything, raise your hand, and I'm going to repeat the same thing with the same accent. But I'm going to try it. Don't worry, don't worry. It's really cool. So I work as developer advocate at Braintree. Do you know something about Braintree? Anything about Braintree? Cool. I have one right. Two. Perfect. This is the only slide that I'm going to have about Braintree, so don't worry. Braintree for PayPal. I work as developer advocate. And the idea that we have is trying to make community with you, developers, entrepreneurs, startups, and our companies, PayPal and Braintree. So we are in the middle, and we are Braintree Dev. The thing that I think that is more important for us is like or in my case, I love hacking. And I love hacking from 9 to 6 because I can spend my normal day hacking things. When I speak about hacking things, I'm not going to be in a dark room trying to get into the FBI site or something like that. No, it's trying to take something that is cool and make it coolest. So this is the idea. So because of that, this is why I love innovation. And if I love innovation, I have to speak about the levers of the innovation. And oh, this is a beer. I want one. So we have three levels of innovation. The first one is the era of rapid prototyping. We are going to speak later about that. The second one is open source, the open source movement that we are experimenting right now. And the third one is Internet of Things. Today, we are going to see deeply the open source and Internet of Things. But I'm going to speak also about the era of rapid prototyping. So how many of you know what is the era of rapid prototyping? Well, so what is that? Okay, thanks to the things that we have right now, like the 3D printer, it's so difficult when you try to see 3D print, the 3D, okay, let's go. Or the techniques like, Kanban, Scrum, these kind of things, or these kind of technologies or philosophies, we can use them to create something cool in few days, in few months, faster than in the past. So we can take these techniques or even technology that we have available right now and trying to win the competition that is going to be right now with our competitors. Because, I think that right now everything is invented, so we have to be faster. So this is the idea of we are right now in the era of rapid prototyping. The second one is open source. I think that everybody here knows something about open source, right? Yes, more or less. I saw, more or less, okay. So what is the idea? Okay, the idea is like, thanks to open source, we can have many, many people working for us and giving us some information that is going to be useful to improve our APIs or our SDKs or the things that we create. So it's something that day by day we can see new news. Yep, this is the first one. Hello. Oh, they're here, sorry. And we can see that right now the 78% of not small, not big, every company is using or is running tools that are based in open source. They have open APIs, they have open SDKs, and why? Well, there are 4 terms that we have to keep in mind. If you use open source, or if you share your open API, you are going to have your costs are going to be down. And it's cool because you don't have to spend money to create new things. Using open source, you can improve your quality or the quality of your solutions. And this is a great, great point for our business. Also, it's like you can create things faster if you use technologies that are for the others and are open. So imagine the situation. I can take an API that is public from Mashup or from 3 scale, don't worry, and I can use it faster, and I can create something faster than in my competitors. And the last one is that if I use open source, maybe I don't have, I keep close, I can be further than my competitors from having risk during my business. You know, I promise that I only want to show you one slide, but here I can show you that we have initiatives. Although we are a payments company, we have some open source projects. So for example, we have the Kraken GS, that is an open source framework. We have the famous card.io. Do you know what is the card.io? It's really, really useful because with this open source or open SDK that we have, you can scan your credit card using a mobile. So it's faster. So as you can see, the big companies are using open source and also are sharing open source things to everybody. Okay, better here, because I have the light here. So if we speak about APIs, we can have 3 steps on the APIs scope. The first one is internal API. When we speak about internal API, is you know, I have my APIs and I don't want to share these APIs with anybody. Why? Because maybe I am working with some personal information, or maybe because these internal APIs are going to be used only for my teams. So this is the idea. The next one, and the scope is going to be bigger, is partner API. So partner API is when I share my APIs with some companies that are that I have any relationship with them, so they can experiment it with my APIs and create some new products or new solutions. And I can do the same in the other way. Right now it's even worse. Yeah, could you? Okay, I can be here. Si las podéis apagar, es que no se ve. Okay, right now I am very blind, so don't worry. Oh, and the last one is Open API. And you know, Open API is like is if you want to be innovate. If you want to innovate, maybe this is your API model, because you are going to share all of the information, all of the APIs with everybody. So everybody is going to give you information about your bugs or about how can you improve your APIs to make a better solution. So yes, thank you so much. So this is the scope that we can speak about APIs. And the last base for innovation is Internet of Things. Well, right now it's Internet of Everything because, you know, Internet of Everything is because you can connect everything to Internet. Everything can be connected. The last thing that I saw was a water close connected to Internet. I don't know why, but it's really cool. It's like, I don't know. So, yes, what is Internet of Things? Is taking something that is offline, using some technology, and connected these kind of things to Internet. So the idea that of Internet of Things is, in the past we have offline and online worlds, and here we have a strong line. Right now we have the sweet spot, and it's the area where all the devices that are from the offline world are connecting to the online world. And maybe you can think that, yeah, but this is not, it's going to be a temporal topic, blah, blah, blah. No. Here we have a serious graphic that was made by Gartner 1 year ago. And the idea that they gave us was like, okay, here we have all the trends, all of the technologies that are important, or maybe we think that are important. And as you can see here, Internet of Things is reading the wave. And it's really cool. And for example, NFC is here. So Internet of Things is something that we have to keep in mind. For example, this year we are going to have around 5 billion of connected things to Internet. But in 5 years, we are going to have around 17 billions of connected things. So people are working on that. We have all of these actors working on Internet of Things world. And all of them, or the major part of them, have open API. So we can use their APIs to create something cool. Maybe small projects, or maybe smart cities. Do you know what is a smart city? well, smart city is I'm going to put some devices around the city, and I'm going to make easier the life of everybody. For example, we have Barcelona. I think that is one of the smart cities that we have in Spain, so it's really cool. But if we play with Internet of Things, we have to put limits. Because right now, everybody can take an open API and create something cool. So I'm going to put you an example. I have a pencil. Only a pencil. It's a common pencil. You can write with this pencil, or you can draw. If you put an Arduino, it's a connected pencil. What's the reason to do that? So the idea is like, maybe you have to put limits, and you have to innovate, but thinking about what are the things that you are going to create, and what are the APIs that you are going to use. So this is not a real example, or a cool example. And yes, let me tell you a story. It's a fake story, or not. Because, a few months ago, I started a project, a crazy project, and I realized, okay, I have to find any business idea. I want to create something cool using open APIs. So I saw that. I think that everybody here loves chocolate. Raise your hand. Everybody. So it's perfect. I'm going to have here many, many customers. So I create the amazing candy machine. It's really cool. It is a normal candy machine. Oh my God. So it's a real candy machine, but I put inside an Internet of Things, an Internet of Things device, a device that is connected to Internet, and I use some open APIs. So this is the project stack that I use. It's really, really simple. You have Django here as the core. Here I use the Twitter API. Here is the Spark core. The Spark core is the device that I am going to use to connect the candy machine to Internet. And Braintree SDK, I don't know why, but I use it. And why? Well, because for the payments, because at the end of the day, I realized, okay, I need to have money. So I put Braintree because they have, or we have, all of these languages, and we have open APIs. You can see here our open SDK, so you can use it. And why Spark core? Do you know what Spark is really tiny, and the candy machine is like this. So I decided to take one of the open source devices that are right now available and put inside of my candy machine. So you can use it because they are open source. They have the API. Their APIs are open. Sorry, and it's really, really easy to use. And right now is the moment that showing you a demo. But well, we have a problem. It's impossible when you try to fly with something like this that it seems like a bomb in the plane. It's like, I promise that it's not a bomb. So it's in Madrid, sorry. But I have a video. Don't worry. I have a video. And it's a backup plan. Don't worry. We can see that. You can see that? So, yeah, it's amazing. I filmed yesterday in my house. So, because this is the real Candies. I put this tiny screen. It's really cool. Come on, man. Oh yeah, it's working. Yeah, so the idea here is like I create a mobile website, and the idea is like you can create something cool like this using open APIs, and it's not a crazy idea. I am looking for stakeholders, so if you want to put money in my project, it's going to be perfect. So here, as you can see, I'm going to write my Twitter account, blah blah blah. Oh my God, I have to practice with my fingers because I am very slow. So don't worry. Yes, blah, 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 blah. I put on the V.0 SDK all the information about the credit card. I don't have to do anything with the personal information because it's going to be done by Braintree. And automatically, I'm going to see their Twitter, oops, and the transaction ID. And done. I have Candies for free. I have to pay for my own Candies. It's really worse, but it's true. Sorry. And you can see, so what is the idea of that video? You can create anything that you can have in mind using open APIs. You don't have to pay a lot of money to create something like this. And this is the idea that I want to share with you. You have a great environment with open APIs that you can use in payments, on Internet of Things worlds, and even for communications. So, as a conclusion, I have 3 points. The first one is IoT is not flash in the pan. As you can see before, IoT is something that is happening right now, and maybe if you want to create something cool and make money, you can use it. Also, using open source, you are going to have more possibilities for being faster than your competitors. Using open APIs, you can create things cool that I created before. And the last one is like you can hack from 9 to 6 using the 3 things: rapid prototyping, open source, and Internet of Things, as I did for the demo. As I'm going to share later the presentation, here you have some useful links from my company. So the last thing that I want to show you right now is, if you have any question, please ask him. So this is the end of the presentation. So thank you for being here, because you are more than awesome. You are more than awesome. You are amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, we have time for some amazing questions.
Perfect. Ask him, don't worry.
Okay, no. I cannot even stare at him. So. Yeah, one question here.
How did it dispense the candy? Like, what was the mechanism for it, like?
The mechanism of the...
Yeah, for dispensing for making the sweets drop. How did that work?
Oh, no, this is because I bought the candy machine on eBay, and it was a candy machine. It was the candy machine had some mechanism inside. The only thing that I removed was the old technology that it has, and put the microcomputer, the core inside. So I used all the technology that the candy machine had, and the only thing that I removed was the technology, and I put my own technology using this open source device.
So it already had an electric motor or stuff?
They have it's really, really noisy, because it's like, but it's cool because you are going to have candies at the end. So
Okay, that's it.
I have a question. You know card.io?
Yeah.
Card.io,
Yeah.
so it was a service that, let's say, recognize your number of your card just by taking a photo of it, like you just put it.
It's not necessarily taking a photo. It's only
No,
like,
it's just I don't remember. Okay, but he recognized the numbers and everything and take and give it. So why you did not use it? Because instead of typing, like you just...
No, you can use it because actually the V.0 SDK has integrated this feature, so you can take the photo. But the main problem is, like, as I was using our test environment, for testing in our test environment, you have to use the 401, blah, 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 the credit card. So if you use a real credit card, you are going to have an error on the payment. So you have to use, if you want to have a successful payment, the same credit card.
Okay. So optical character recognition, yeah.
Yeah.
So
oh my God, that's really awesome.
Yeah. I run the API conference, right?
Oh, perfect.
so we have time for one more question. So who was already using Spark, or even open hardware and API stuff? Yeah, some people there.
Cool.
So did you make what was the thing kind of crazy you made with this?
I made a robotic bear, or at least tried to. I got some of the servos working. I got some ephemeral behaviors going. But in the process of doing that, I found that there are so few IoT devices that actually have addressable REST, easy to use APIs on them. We all talk about APIs and IoT, but it's like, show me the money. Show it to me. Like, let's see it.
Yeah, I hooked up a Raspberry Pi to a kegerator. Does everyone know what a kegerator is?
Yeah.
It's a beer dispensing machine to measure how much beer I consume to embarrass my parents. It's a lot of beer.
I can't imagine that.
And if you don't know where is Tony Blanc, you can go on whereistonyblanc.com. Yeah, whereistonyblanc.com. So, Alberto, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you.